Hello and welcome everyone to this week's VAU Mic Check. I know we've been a little bit off, and Trey has decided to leave, so be careful for the sound here. He's been having a few connection issues, but I think we'll be okay now, right?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Well, I just barely started, so if I could have you just mute your microphone real quick. Let me.
Of
I
course, sir.
just want to get through the opening really quick, and then we'll dive right on in. So this week we're just going to go right back to basics. It's going to be the mic check as you know and love it. No extra characters, no extra anything like that. We're just going to go right into script, just like it's always been. So also, since life never seems to give me an hour or two as I need for the mic check, I will have to step away for just a little bit in roughly about a half hour. We'll see. Hopefully I won't have to. Some real life duties have called, and apparently scheduled. An appointment was scheduled right in the middle of the mic check. Might not have to do it, but we'll just have to see. But anyway, so today's script has been posted. It's a nice and short one, but as I've said before in the past, these short ones can be the most tricky. So without any further ado, we have a few new faces that I'd like to welcome. Thanks for joining us, Angel, Garrick, and Trey. Trey once tried to join us. I think he tried to join us before on his phone, but couldn't. Again, connection issues. I don't know what's going on with Google. This is really weird. But anyway, without further ado, does anybody want to volunteer to go first? And for those of you who are unfamiliar, the way that it works is you just go ahead and read the script however you're going to. And you will get some feedback from all of us, or some of us, after you read. So we'll take it in, we'll listen to the way you perform it, and we'll give you a little bit of feedback and try to refine the read a little bit more. Make it sound more, I don't know, believable, more real, more whatever. It really depends on the script because everything kind of changes up. So with that explanation in hand, would anybody like to volunteer to go first?
And Nathan, real quick, I'm on my laptop now, so things seem to be working okay.
All right, sounds good. Well, I guess I will go first, since nobody else will.
Did you send the script?
Yeah, the script is in the chat window on the right.
Oh, okay, I see it. I see it.
So
All right.
go ahead and copy that off into like Word or whatever text editor you'd like to use. And
Yeah, I got it now. Sorry about that.
all right,
Muting it.
no problem. Okay. Because water is boring, and you're not. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious pink pickup. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull.
Now you got me thirsty.
Well, I put it in your guys' hands. What did you think? Did anything stick out to you that maybe didn't sound quite right, or maybe...
Can I pipe up?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was overall it was okay,
Mm-hmm.
but it struck me as very announcery at the beginning, and then you tried to make it a little more conversational, but towards the end you split it up a little too much with the breaths, with the pauses.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't flow as well as I think it could have.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
I was reading along with you, and it sounded like you were about to say luscious pink iced tea. And
Yeah,
I
I
caught
was.
myself because I read it the same way because you went from tangy pink lemonade to luscious peach. And I went
Yeah.
in my head, I'm going luscious pink. I'm like, no, that's not it. I think you caught yourself as well.
Yeah, yeah, I was definitely doing that. Ay, ay, ay. Reminds me of the worst line I ever had to read. Ay. Alrighty then, I'll try it again. So basically, button it up a little bit more, make
Yeah,
it
I mean, it
more
just wasn't as
conversational.
smooth as it could be. I think it was when you started the because water is boring and you're not, it sounded very announcery, like, okay, I'm going to announce this commercial now. And then you went into the conversational. But then at the end, um, I think when you started what I call a calendar phrase, like if you're talking about today, tomorrow, the next day, um, you really split it up there and it sounded choppy. It didn't sound smooth at all.
Okay.
Just my opinion, but
Um, it almost seems like this first line, the
yeah,
VAU
it doesn't sound
has
like it fits.
funny form. Oh, I think it actually goes at the end.
Oh, that might be.
I think it's a tagline.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
work better
I'm
as a
gonna try it.
tagline.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that right on the end of the script over here, and we'll see how that sounds. All right. Take two. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light tangy pink lemonade today. Pick up. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
So much better. Still a little bit, the calendar lines are still not quite as smooth, but yeah, so much better.
That is a tagline, definitely.
Yeah,
That
yeah. I don't
first
know what
that
it's
first
doing at the
line.
beginning of the. I have no idea what it's doing at the beginning of the script.
So the because water is boring should be the tag.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Ah,
Glad I know.
thanks. I was just going to ask you that question. Because when I read it over and over, it didn't sound right. It sounded
It
weird.
sounded forced. Yeah, it sounds out of place.
Yeah.
Almost like you're trying to beat the consumer over the head. Like, because water is boring, you're still drinking more of that water? So
Yeah.
it makes sense why I
Uh-huh.
had it at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, and it just makes a lot more sense also after the never ever dull line.
Ah. Hmm.
Well, is there anything else that you guys noticed that you might want me to change in that read? You might want me to redo or try differently?
No, I dug it. It was nice. It's pretty good.
Well, I'm going to try something. One of the main issues that I keep running into when it comes to scripts is I keep hearing this all the time when I'm in the booth too. Hey, Michael, you got to slow down. Michael, really take your time with it. Michael, you got to take it at a walking pace. You're running right here. Um, I really think I should just. I'm going to take it a little slower. We'll see if that makes any difference. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Pick up. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
You did something on when you said tangy pink lemonade today. When you said today, it was almost as if you were asking a question. Just the word today. Because you said tangy pink lemonade today instead of tangy pink lemonade today.
Okay, so it
Just
turned
that
out
small thing
to be
I
more of a
caught.
question. Okay. Do you want me to retake it then?
Knock it out.
All right, let's do this. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
Cut the check.
I liked it.
Cut the check, y'all.
That sounds good to me.
All right. All right. Well, if you guys like that, then I guess my turn is over and somebody else is on the chopping block.
I guess I'll throw my hat into the ring.
All right. And what a nice one you have, by the way, in your picture.
Oh, yeah. I'm a hat guy. If I ever get to the point where I'm making some big money in this voiceover thing, I don't know if you guys know Roger Lepardi. He is a shoe guy, and I am hats. So I would have a closet full of hats. But back to the script.
Whenever you're ready, from the top.
Oh, sorry. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light. Tangy pink, luscious. My cat is scratching at the door, so we'll have to let me try that again. Really?
No problem. If you ever if you ever do find yourself like stumbling or something happens, just stop, say pick up. It's kind of like a mental cue, just to be like, just to tell everybody and yourself, okay, I messed up. I'm going back, and I'm just going to start again.
All right, we'll definitely be picking that up.
All right.
From the top. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light. Tangy pink lemonade today. Oh, I see. Okay. Pick up, because there's a period after Crystal Light that threw me off. So I'm going to
go ahead and delete it. Yeah, just delete that period. It's an error.
That is crazy. All right. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
I got one just because my mother does this and I noticed it.
What's
When
that?
when you said the tagline, you said water instead of water.
Water.
You said it with the, are you Southern?
I sure am, ma'am. You better believe it.
Yeah, she does that too. It's an Alabama thing.
I'm a Florida boy through and through.
There you go.
Other than that, anyone? You can beat me up. It's okay. I can take it.
Well, so when you went into the Wake It Up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today, you really jumped your energy right there. Suddenly, it was like it definitely went into like full-on commercial sales mode. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. The key to having a believable read is two things. It's continuity. So I made the mistake of like really chopping everything up. That broke apart my read and my flow. But another thing is energy. Like the energy needs to be consistent or very similar throughout the read. Otherwise, it sounds like you're just going all over the place. So when you choose an energy level, choose a character. Think of somebody who's, I don't know, think of one of your good friends who's like really laid back, but and not like way too hyper, but a fun person to be around. Somebody who's kind of got that like controlled coolness around them. That's kind of what I imagine the character for this script being.
I got you.
I could imagine them putting the description on here as something like, I don't know, friendly, warm, inviting, energetic but not too excited. That would be like the character description here. So be that. I mean, I've had a lot of friends who are from from the South and whatnot, and I know you guys have just this wonderful demeanor about you that you're so laid back and you're so welcoming, you're so open, you're so cool. Channel that, use that, be as Southern as you can for this script. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow.
Now, the reason, and this is just my interpretation of the script.
Mm-hmm.
I did the first part kind of nonchalant for a reason, because
Mm-hmm.
as I'm reading it, if you think about water, there's nothing really exciting about it.
Yeah.
So imagine on screen you see, a family around the table and they're all filling their glasses with water. So it's kind of like drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. But then all of a sudden the screen gets bright and they got the crystal light. So now you're literally waking it up. So that was the reason I kind of started slow and then brightened it up as I got into the product. So it was deliberate, but I understand what you're saying, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, I totally understand. But yeah, like, yeah, if you are gonna brighten it up, just pull back the energy a little bit.
Okay.
You're going really high there. Let's just pull back the energy just a touch.
Maybe I drank too much Crystal Light.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
all
Well,
right,
whenever you're ready, go for it.
all right, take two. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. Oh, to frickin' pick up. Dots and commas. I really don't like them. Here we go. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need. All the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
Okay. How did that one feel for you this time?
I tried to keep the energy level, and I got bright, but not too overzealous with it. I think I could have slowed down a hair. Um, I tried not to bring the water out and stretch water as much as I could with my southern self. But not too bad. Not too bad. I'm hard on myself anyway, so I always say I suck.
Okay. Well, if I may, and
You
I'll bring this up again just so you pay attention to it. You did try to readjust your energy there, but the way that you did that was by bringing what you did before. So by kind of dulling down the drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water, and then jumping really high with the well, wake it up. But you just brought both of that. You just brought that down a level. So your boring drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water became a little bit more boring, and your wake it up became just a little bit less of where it was before. What I'm looking for is to kind of bring those two in line. So however you start, continue with it. Um, if you want to, like, if you really want to, I guess, shock the reader, or not the reader, but the listener with "Wake It Up," try doing it like, I don't know, some other ways you could do it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. Like drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light. You know, come
gotcha.
on, come on, wake it up.
Like a what are you waiting for kind of thing.
Exactly. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today, Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow.
Okay. Well, listen. Let's give someone else a chance. I'm gonna sit here and do some tinkering myself, and then I'll give it another shot.
All right, sounds good.
Cool.
Well, the torch has officially been passed. Who's brave enough
Hey
to grab
guys,
it?
me,
Yeah.
can do it.
Okay, Steve, go for it.
Let me crucify this booger. Okay.
Steve, did you get that other thing we did last week? Did you ever get it down, Pat?
No. Yeah, I had that down, and then you guys turned around, and the pulled that complicated one the last session. That's one I was really happy I wasn't able to get through on, but I did watch you guys.
Yeah, I was rooting for you, man. I thought about that. So I wonder if he's still practicing that thing.
No, actually I am. I've got a copy of it. I took it to a meetup the other night, and I tried it out on those guys. Of course, I had two professional coaches there moderating, so that wasn't just the brightest thing on my part. But yeah, I did work on it. I really did. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light tank pickup. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring and you're not. Yeah, I spotted about 5 problems there myself, but
Okay, well, what did you see in it? Or what did you
I broke
catch?
it up. I broke it up a time or two, and I changed the pitch as well, or I felt like I changed the pitch, and it just wasn't that smooth. Those were the 3 that I noticed right away. Just not and not comfortable. But I think I can try that again a little better. But how about you guys?
I would definitely agree about the breaking it up a bit too far.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of pausing in between, and maybe give it a little bit more speed.
Okay. Drinking more, drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring and you're not.
If I may, that very first question didn't really sound like a question.
Okay. Right.
So questions, they usually end off on an up note. I don't know. Maybe I'm just expecting more of. I don't know. Correct. Anybody else? You're free to pipe in to agree or disagree. If you want. But I'm usually expecting on a question for it to end in an up note. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Even if it's a slight up note. Just because that always denotes that it's a question. So that's just something that I'd say pay attention to.
It's almost musical in a sense.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And so if you're going drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water, you naturally go up. It's just like if someone, like if you call your kid and say, "Hey Bobby," and they go yes, they automatically go up on the question.
So that's really the main thing to pay attention to.
All right. Let me do that again. Get that.
Go for it.
All right. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. Pick up. Wake it up with Crystal Light tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring and you're not. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Okay, sorry, I had to throw that last one in. Try it.
You got about the period after light. You stop there.
No, yeah, that period needs to be removed.
Yeah, I did. I did stop. I did do a pause there.
I
Well,
just
why
came
don't
in
you
at
go?
the end of that, but what I heard, the very end of it, the tagline, you lost a lot of energy off of "and you're not." It's almost like you wanted to finish it before the tagline was over. You just kind of
Okay,
trailed it.
gotcha. Okay, a little more of a question mark on the first line. Skip the period after light and no trailing on the tagline. Let's see if I can do this. Thanks, guys. Uh, one thing about voiceovers, it does extend the short-term memory. I find that doing this and trying to follow directions, I take less notes, and your memory does strengthen.
It
Okay,
does.
just a note here. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light, tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. This cup pickup, never ever dull. Because water is boring and you're not. Because water is boring and you're not.
There you go. That's a good one.
That's better
Yeah,
a little bit.
I like the way you ended that one off. The water is boring and you're not.
And you're not. Okay. Yeah. I still deal with, and not just this practice, but I know it's reading other trips. I still get just a little confused when I do my pitch. Up pitch at the end or down, and sometimes that will cause me to not do an up pitch somewhere, within the script. In other words, I might confuse the tagline going down instead of up, and then I might not go up in pitch somewhere in the script that I should. So I really work on or have to work on.
Do you want a suggestion on how to fix that?
Sure.
Okay. Make a list of stuff. It doesn't matter what the list is, but do it in 3 ways. The first way you're going to make the list is put a period after every word. And you're going to go down the list and you're going to record yourself saying every word with a period at the end. And then the next one, you're going to put a comma after every word. And you're going to do the same thing. Go down the list with a comma. Then the next one, you're going to put the ... where you put the pause, the VO pause, and you're
Yeah,
going to
the
go down the list and do that. Then you're going to go back and listen to yourself how you've actually heard your own natural voice inflections as you punctuate each sentence, and it'll help you. It'll train your mind actually to recognize those things as being different, and that way you won't have to force yourself to make a period or make a question or make a comma. Does that make sense? You just
It
keep
does. I like
practicing
it.
that. You keep practicing that over and over again until those lists start to sound natural with a period, a comma, or the pause.
Yeah, just take the ellipses, the commas, periods, and just work with all those.
Yeah, because you do it
Yeah,
naturally. You're just thinking about it too much.
correct. We're trying to stay conversational, and we're watching every mark. And I understand. In fact, I had a similar instruction the other night from Coach, but it wasn't. Yours is more extensive. I like that. His was just put a slash instead of the periods. Just a slash at every pause, and practice from there. But yours I like because you're dealing with the different pauses. And thank you, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay. Do you want to give it another go?
No, yeah, I'll do it. Sure. Hey, today is a day of honesty here. Some great advice here. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Pick up. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
All right, what did you guys think of that one?
I thought it was a little sing-songy. But I think you started out that way, Steve. You started out drinking on a high note. I don't know that would have. I don't think it worked for you because your voice is so deep, and it's got that wonderful deep tone. I think that's where you should start out, is in the deep, not in the rafters.
Okay. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Or pick up, here we go. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you need. Pick up Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. Pick up Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass, never ever dulled. Because water is boring, and you're not. I'll work on that.
All right. Yeah, it's this is why I'm an advocate of recording yourself and listening back, because the more that you, I've noticed something, Steve, in the times that you've been here, you have been catching yourself with the different nuances in your reads, and obviously that's really encouraging for me as an aspiring voice actor and semi-coach here, I guess you could say, one of the many who attend, because what that shows me is that you're, even though it may be frustrating that it's not always coming across the way you want it, you're absolutely getting it, you're absolutely seeing it, and you're really getting into the nuances of your delivery, which is fantastic. That's, I think, the first step in really going for it, and really going for the right kind of reads, and really being able to get in there and handle whatever script comes your way. So good on you, but definitely keep practicing, keep reading and recording and listening back on yourself. But why don't somebody else go ahead, start up? I have to step away really quick, but I'll be right back.
I'd like to give it a try.
We can barely hear you, Garrett.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay. Can you hear the fan?
I can't. I don't know about anyone else.
No, I don't hear any fan.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, here we go. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink. Pick it up. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Pink Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
Like the energy.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. The only thing I would say personally is watch your these and does and does.
These and does.
Yeah, don't make the, or duh. You don't always have to say it the, you can always relax it, but just make sure you don't relax it too much so that it loses what the word actually is. Does that make sense?
So it's like all the.
Yeah, all the taste, you can say the, but what you said was duh, because you were reading it really fast, and that's the other thing, is I would slow it down just a tad.
Yeah.
because
All
I think
the
you're you're thinking too fast, and so you're talking too fast.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All the taste. I said the taste. All the taste.
And I think on Luscious Peach, you did the same thing that I did. Luscious Pink, because
I said peach.
you zoomed through it. I mean, your energy was good. Because I heard you say, "Waking up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today, Luscious Pink Iced Tea tomorrow."
Yeah, I did the
But
same
the
thing.
read itself was good. Just like she said, the instead of the do the slow it down a pinch. But
Okay,
no, I thought it was a good read, man.
thank you. Well, I can try it again. Look, let me see if I'm like what he said before about zooming through. Yeah, Speedy Gonzalez. Let me try it again. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach, pick it up. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you want, pick it up. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not. The and the. Still interesting.
Yeah, you got it that time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to hear you run through it all the way through, though, without the pickups.
Okay.
I
Cool.
think you stumbled a little too much and it caught your brain.
Yeah, you put that imprint on me. Okay. Let's do it again. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach. Damn it. They'll pick it up. I'm stumbling on peach. I'm going to do it again from the top. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you want. Pick it up. All the water you need. All the taste you want. Always 5 calories. Pick it up. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not. I'm still stumbling.
And that's okay. That's okay. You know, you're gonna have points like that on every script. The thing is so I learned a little bit how to play drums, and one of the best pieces of advice that I got about it was if there is like something you're trying to play and you're finding it really difficult to get through the whole thing, what what the guy who was instructing me said is do it really slowly at first. Just make sure to take your time with it, as much time as you absolutely need to get each individual step of what you're trying to play down. Like, make sure you really hit each thing, in order that you want to. Each piece of your drum set to get the sound that you want out of it. And then, once you have the pattern down, then you can start speeding it up.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can start speeding up faster and faster and faster and faster. So basically, if there's something you're really stumbling on right here, something that's really, you just can't get through it clearly, try just reading that section to yourself aloud, but slow it down really far and even way over pronounce things. Just so you make sure that you have the right words in the right places. So if it's pink and peach that are really throwing you off, like slow down the read really far and overpronounce peach on the or pink at the beginning and peach at the end. Make sure that you really hit those hard, so pink is the first one, peach is the second. It's muscle memory, essentially. Like, what you're doing is you're programming your voice, you're programming your vocal cords to pronounce the right things at the right time.
All right. Well, you may give it another read.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
All right, well, let's try it. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water.
And yeah, slow down. You're definitely moving at like
Like,
almost a running pace. Yeah, just take it easy.
I'm the hair. I don't know.
And just walk right through the script.
Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need. All the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring. And you're not. Yeah. I got the peach out.
You did, and the only thing I would say is you don't need to pause quite so long in between sentences, but it seemed like that really helped you get through the script with no issues. Like you didn't really stumble on anything, so that's important. Go ahead and dive back in. Just give it one more go.
Okay, one more. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need. All the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring. And you're not.
What did you guys think?
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Much better. He really worked for that. That's good. That's nice.
You know my motto, cut the check.
Well, there you go. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you keep joining in on this, you keep practicing, I guarantee you you're really going to start noticing a lot more things in your performance, and it'll be a lot easier to handle whatever scripts are going to come at you.
I surely
So once
will.
again, thanks for joining.
All right.
All right. Who is next?
If I can find my mouse, I'll actually do it. It
What
keeps
did you-
disappearing on me.
It's squeaking.
All right. So I have to preclude this by I've had throat cough and the whole 9 yards, so I'm taking throat lozenges, guys. If my voice cracks, it's not intentional.
No
Here
worries.
we go. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
You know, one thing I like asking people just before the mic check is, how much voiceover experience have you had? How much have you done before?
I have over 17 years.
Okay.
Right. Now that I tell you that, it sounds like I had 2, right?
No. I'm just wondering. I usually like asking just so I have something to bridge to people. Like
Yeah, I didn't like
wanna...
to read, by the way. So.
Oh yeah. Well, what did you notice in it then?
I tend to lose breath a lot when I'm the calendar reads. I tend to lose breath right in there.
Okay.
And most of it is right now is because I'm dealing with this whole cold thing. But I think my always 5 calories a glass was a little rushed, for sure. I tend to be very quirky on my reads, and I think I tend to overdo it in some places, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little issue, at least for me, with the speed.
Yeah. Speed it up.
It sounded like you had 30 seconds or this crystal light was going to explode, so you're like, go, and you just took off. I mean, but you got through it, but you really got through it.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of 30-second and 15-second commercials lately. Sorry, guys.
Well,
done in 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me slow it down. Let me read it again.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Drinking more of that stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today, luscious pink iced tea tomorrow. Sorry, pick up. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
I'm not sure what it was, but there was still maybe a slight speed issue, but you slowed down on the always 5 calories a glass, and then you sped back up again. So I don't know if that's kind of a bump in the road for you, that particular line, but when you slowed it down, that was kind of the speed I was expecting the whole thing to be.
Okay, yeah, I slowed that down on purpose, but okay.
What character are you seeing for this? Like, what would you say the character description is in your mind?
I guess I picture the young girl walking out the door, getting ready to work, go to work type of thing, and she's like, I need something to punch up my day. It's the Kellogg's commercial girl,
Okay. Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and go for it one more time? See if we can
Okay,
balance out the speed throughout the whole thing.
slower.
Yeah.
Get her out. Okay. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today, luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
Hmm.
Sound flat?
So I just trying to get. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what I'm finding in here because so when you hit the luscious peach or tangy pink lemonade today, luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. As soon as you hit that section, it seems like the rest of it you deliver in the exact same way. So you got that little quirkiness with a wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade
Yeah,
today.
it was flat.
Luscious Peach Iced Tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Like it. Yeah, there was no differentiation there. It was all just like the same delivery throughout those different sections.
I noticed that.
The reason why I initially broke it up was because I was treating this as a TV commercial read. So I'm sure that in between those periods, like they're obviously going to be showing different scenes, going to be breaking up the read a little bit more. So I mean, I like the way that you go through the calendar read. Tangy Pink Lemonade today, luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. It's kind of like a good suggestion. I'd actually like to see throughout when you hit all the water you need up until never ever dull, just start making that the wind down.
Okay, so the scene read. You want me to scene read it then?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Just start like winding it down, scene read it as you go through.
Okay. Take 37. No.
Sometimes that's the case.
Okay. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water? Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today, luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring and you're not.
All right, you hired. Can you come into the studio on Tuesday?
Well, I don't know. Let
knock
me
this
check
out
my
at an
calendar
angle.
and I'll get back to you. Let my people call your people.
We'll get in contact with the agency.
Call me.
We'll let you know from then.
Harvey, can you cut the check for this broad?
That was no. I think you hit it. You hit it quite well there. You did. The scene reading really helped kind of level out the energy and the pace as well. So you did a good job. You did a very good job there.
Thanks, guys.
Your experience truly shows.
Today only.
Today only on the mic check. Okay, well, Takia, you're the last one up.
Are you scared?
Okay. I need to practice one more and then I'm ready.
Okay.
Well, since we have a break in the action, how's you guys' 2015 business-wise in the VO world?
Well, I started the year off a little inauspiciously with voiceover. There's a studio that's within 20 minutes of where I live right now that hired me for some disclaimers, which was the first time I've ever done disclaimer VO before, and that was that was quite the experience.
Are you doing the speed reading disclaimers or the
Yeah.
natural disclaimers?
No, the speed reading disclaimers.
Oh man,
You say FDIC 5 times fast.
yeah, and that's funny you should mention that. One of my coaching sessions, one of my vocal coaches is Rodney Salisbury, and he is known for tongue twisters. It just so happened the script that he gave me was for a bank, so I had to do the whole remember FDIC.
Yeah.
And so after I, got the flat iron to straighten my tongue out after that, yeah, those things are tough, man.
Yeah, it was interesting. Thankfully, though, the director that I had was really patient, and the session really wasn't that long. It was only two disclaimers. One of them was for broadcast in the Austin, Texas area, and the other one is for in-store at Boot Barn. So it's all for Boot Barn in Texas. And it was just I'd never had to read through a script that fast before. It was a totally different experience. Tons of fun, don't get me wrong, but holy crap.
They're great vocal exercises, though, if you do them. I mean, you'll notice after you do a stunt like that your 30-second and your 1-minute reads will be so much better.
Yeah. It's just, oh man, though it was fun. It was a cool experience. I haven't in my short time in voiceover. I've mostly done, I guess, industrial and commercial work. So I haven't done any of the 30-second spots or 15-second spots, anything like that quite yet. But yeah,
if you're doing them for a station,
crazy.
if you're doing disclaimers for a station now, you got a friend for life if you're doing them good.
Yeah, well, I guess I need to practice.
Yeah. Stations are very loyal.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Go for it.
Okay.
And plus, you can still hear the siren, can't you?
Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light. Tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need. All the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring. And you're not.
Or you just want to keep.
Oh man. What did you guys think?
I think you should just dive right back into another one. Just go ahead and read it again.
Where is the background noise coming from?
That's my family talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can hear you.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you were on a Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to wrap up. That's why I. Okay. I'll
Sorry,
try
Mom.
again.
All right, take two.
Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light. Tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not. Ugh. That luscious ice, that luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. That's the line that's tripping me up. I knew that was going to happen to me. Uh,
You and everybody else here, sweetie.
oh.
Yeah, don't feel bad.
Yeah, no, I mean it's because so you run into the you're reading through and it's tangy pink lemonade today, luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. I mean you start off with the same sound, and your brain immediately wants to just repeat the thing that it's you just read, the thing that's just that's familiar to you. So yeah, you can understand that it can be a little difficult, but that's why it's super important just to like over enunciate, make sure you hit the right word at in the right places. So during a practice read, if I notice myself doing something like that, I would literally read it like this: wake it up with Crystal Light tangy pink lemonade today, luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. And then I would read that line just like that, slow it down a little bit even, again and again, until I've kind of like burned it into my brain. Pink first, peach second. Like I'd just be beating myself over the head with it. It's kind of weird. My brain is beating myself over the head. Anyway, but yeah, or just make sure that you have the order correct before you get the speed correct, if that makes sense.
I think so.
Just like read it and make sure you read it slowly and deliberately to make sure you have, you know how to walk through the script. You know where to place each word, how to place your steps. Because essentially every single script is kind of like a mini journey, and each word is its own step, and each one requires specific placing. Now, sorry, I do have to step away, but yeah, just try reading it to yourself deliberately and slowly first.
Okay. One more try.
Go for it.
Okay. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light. Tangy peach lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
I like that.
Yeah, your enunciation was a lot better with that.
With the slow read. The same thing that I did. It helped out a heck of a lot for me.
Mm-hmm.
That was an improvement, T. That was really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, and then the next thing I would say is watch your punctuation at the end of each sentence. If it's a question, it's a question. If it's a period, it's a period. If it's a pause, it's a pause. Okay?
Should I do it again? Or
Sure.
okay.
You got time.
You have the floor.
Okay. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light. tangy pink lemonade today, luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
That was better.
Now the
Thank-
hard thing is to read it without the pauses. See how you can do on that. Or you're gonna be Speedy Gonzalez like me. Oh!
Whoa, I can't do a speed run.
No, it's not a speed. I didn't mean to go as fast, but that short read like you did, what he told you to do, as for me, it helped just to get the words out properly. And of course, everybody, that luscious peach, we all say that luscious pink, we all did that, so it's no problem. Now is to see if you can just read it straight out and how it sounds then. See what you got.
I can try that. I don't think it's going to do too much for me, but I can try.
Won't know if you try.
Alright. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light. Tangy pink lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
I think you did good. The only thing I would say is the never ever dull. Don't run your words together there. Everything else was paced really, really well, but you did run your words together a little bit right there. But the rest of it, much, much better.
Okay, thanks.
Good job. Come in.
Is that the cat again? He got good.
No, I don't have a...
my cat is sleeping now.
I think that's my little niece. She wants to come in and talk to me, I guess. Oh, actually, my stepdad.
Hi, Pop.
So did we lose Michael altogether?
So, you kids get off of my lawn!
So now that we've had a break, who wants to try maybe to go through it again after they've had a little bit of time? Now that your brain has like lost everything that we've said.
Wow. Go for it, I guess.
I'll do it again, but you know it's no big deal. I don't mind. I'll go. Let's see how this sounds. Drinking more of that wonderful stuff called water. Wake it up with Crystal Light Tangy Pink Lemonade today. Luscious peach iced tea tomorrow. All the water you need, all the taste you want. Always 5 calories a glass. Never, ever dull. Because water is boring, and you're not.
Yay.
Yeah, not bad.
Got him a check.
I need a check.
Nice. Very nice.
It was way, way better than your initial first read, and it was, you could tell that you listened to everything everybody said. Let's just put it that way.
That was
Yeah, it was good.
Very, very good.
That's the hardest. Let me tell you, boy. I can run through a script, man. It's like, oh, it's a 2-minute script? Yeah, you did it in 32 seconds. It's
Yeah,
like,
I do that.
Wow.
I do that. It takes me about 5 takes, and I'll sit there listening to myself through my monitor for about 4 takes, and then I'll hit it on the 5th take. And I used to be like a one-take Annie, but as I get older, I guess I get more senile because it takes me 5 takes now.
All right.
I have that problem as well.
Thank you very much for being patient with me. Has everybody gone? Takia?
We're
You
here.
good?
Yes,
We've all gone through.
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
Okay.
And Garrick even impressed us by doing it again the right way.
Hey, me. Watch out.
I cut his check for him.
Oh, hey, look at that. No, basically, so at the end of the session, I'd like to say I think you all are like really, you know, obviously you're all taking it seriously enough to get out there to try to get some practice, try to get some training. Um, Obviously, we're all at different experience levels. Looks like Angel's had a lot. Angel, you've had a lot more experience than I have, which
I'm just older.
tip my hat to you. Oh, that was my polite way of saying that. I'm just kidding. I think you're all like headed in the right direction. Obviously, we cannot get enough practice here. That's going to be the main thing. The best ways that I can think to practice are reading whatever you can out loud, recording it, and listening back to yourself. Pay attention to gigs that I've actually hired. Every time you hear like a radio commercial, a TV commercial, listen to what they're doing. Listen to the way that they sound, because obviously they're the ones who are getting the paycheck you want.
You got that right.
Like me personally, I want to get into video game voiceover. I would love to voice a video game character. That would be my ultimate nerdly, just my ultimate nerd dream right there. And I listen to a lot of video game voiceovers. A lot of people post gameplay videos online. You know, I have a PlayStation 4 here at home and a PlayStation 3, and you know, I do enjoy video games and whatnot. But there is a lot you can learn from listening to what people do. For instance, in video game voiceover, there's a lot of ad lib, which I definitely need to work on. But like that's something that's super prevalent there that you know is really unique to the industry. Video game voiceovers are very, very much so open to improv. So what I'm trying to get at there is listen to where you want to be. Like, listen to the things that you want to get into. Listen to the people who are already there. Listen to what they're doing. And then record yourself. Listen to you. Listen to the things that you feel you need to change. And keep practicing. Find scripts wherever you can. Keep joining us on the mic check. You guys have seen what it can do. Right. And, I mean, we've already had people who have gone on to do, lots of other work. I can't even think of exact things right off the top of my head. I myself have actually started to notice getting more work since starting up the mic check way back when. Like, it's a lot easier to handle scripts. It's a lot more fun to get in and actually get the feedback and whatnot. It's definitely toughened up my skin. Like with some of the sessions I've had here in the past, I'm like, this is worse than when I'm actually in the studio. But the thing is the more you go through stuff like that, the more prepared you are for when you're actually in the studio, when you're actually behind the microphone and there's a paycheck on the line. Yeah. The more you listen to feedback, the more you take the criticism, the more prepared you're going to be to actually finally get that right delivery when you are in the studio, when when you're hired specifically for that. So keep practicing, keep going. I think you all are doing a good job at all of your experience levels, and I hope to see you guys next time.
Can I say something?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because what I did is, Rebecca, love that voice, love the bunny. She does an improv. I took a class last month, and that improv really stumped me. It stumped me because, I mean, when they hand it to you, man, it's like, huh, what? And then, like you say about listening to the reads that were awarded, and I'm with voices.com, and I did a read. I mean, I know I nailed this. I was so proud. I went listening, let my wife and them listen to it. Look, man, I hit this. I really hit this. I know it. And they liked it. Yeah. And then Bill DeWeese, who's out of Chicago, he's a voiceover coach. I don't know if you know him or not.
Yeah, I know Bill.
Yeah, okay, so he posts, hey, this is one of the new commercials I got. And it was the same damn commercial. I was like, are you kidding? He got it? I was like, oh, my God. So, of course, first thing I do is listen to it. I'm like, man, I thought I hit it. Apparently, I didn't. Yeah, I got a lot to learn. That maybe didn't mean that you didn't hit that.
it might have meant that they were just looking for a bigger name. In the end, the client
Well, he
said,
way bigger than me.
I'd rather go with a name than with an unknown. Basically, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Never
that
ever
would-
take that as a
that would hurt.
derogatory.
No, I don't, because I also go to Edge Studio and do the script contest. I like that because you get excellent feedback on that also. Anything with a challenge, man, I like to do it. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the things that I learned, I'm actually a vocal coach, not a voiceover coach. So I teach people to enunciate their syllables so that their metaphors are sounding right. Okay,
Ah, very cool.
but what I've learned and what I tell my students a lot of times who are voiceover artists is take a script, a really short something that you can kind of memorize, okay, and then stand in the mirror and watch your mouth as you read it. When you watch your mouth as you read it, you all of a sudden you become hyper focused on the way your mouth moves itself. And it helps you not only with your enunciation, but it actually will help you with your read, because when you come in with a cold read, all of a sudden your brain is automatically going to go to, how is my mouth moving? What is my mouth doing when I read this? And it will sound better. You'll catch yourself doing like these little slangs, the Southern slang. You'll catch those little nuances in your voice that you do naturally. That voiceover, it's kind of a rule not to do those things unless the script calls for it.
Yeah.
And
Me with the
like the
instead of
the you know, that's and you know, there are a lot of them. I mean, the water, I do that. My mother and I are like the queen of water. So it's just those little things, but they're regional and everybody has them. But if you are hyper focused to your mouth and you learn to know what your mouth is actually doing at any given time, when you go into the studio, your brain will automatically do that. Practice makes perfect, not only reading the script, but knowing what your body itself is doing.
I last week I took a voiceover evaluation for such a voice. And the voiceover coach that examined me or did my evaluation said that I had a really good diction. And he said, he said I had really good diction, and I forgot the other thing that he said, but he said my he said the script that I read, he said that my pacing was a little slow. He said I needed some guidance and training, and he told me that he hears my voice in narrative form, and I guess I was kind of shocked when he said that, because I didn't think that I would hear my voice that way. I thought I would do like, I don't know, like commercials or something. But he said that I would that my voice is good for narrative form. So that blew me away. And yeah, so it was interesting to read what he had to say.
I'd actually like to hear you do character work.
And that's one of my goals, to get into character work. Like Michael, I want to work my way up. Below, I don't know what I want to do below, but my next step go into video gaming, and then my next step is going to like animation or cartoon. But below those two, I don't know what exactly. I guess I want to try a little bit of everything, so to speak, until I get to the video game, then to the animation and stuff like that.
Can I give you a little bit of unsolicited advice?
Sure.
What I would tell you is really focus on what you want to do. If you want to do video games, if you want to do character work, then train your voice to that end.
Okay.
So doing commercials and doing TV commercials, radio commercials, that sort of thing, and even honestly doing narratives are probably not going to get you there, because they're a totally different set of vocal rules and vocal nuances, and that. It doesn't hurt to practice those, but I would say if you want to go after that video game character market, then focus your effort in that direction. You can start with small independent anime. You can start with character reads, even in commercial. Make sure you're doing the character reads.
Okay.
You know, things like that. Because when you have, I just hear in your voice that you could run with, right now off the top of my head, 2 or 3 different characters I can think of that you could do. And I think what it is, where you need to practice that, is just learning to take each word and get it from your brain to your mouth.
Sure.
It's like that 5 inches there is really hard for us. Either some of us are way too fast with it, it kind of slides down that slope, or it gets hung up somewhere.
Sure.
And I think with you, that's where you need to focus, is get your reads down so they're smooth, but go to that character video game anime niche, because I really, just from what I hear, and others can weigh in on this, but just from what I hear, I think you're going to do well in that niche.
Okay. A friend of mine said that it's good to start off with a little bit of everything, and then when you're ready, just try to branch out and explore. So it I guess what she was trying to say is try to start with something that you normally wouldn't do, but then later on you can just branch out and do what it is that you would want to do. That's what I took from her advice that she gave in a video that I watched. So, yeah. And I want to agree with her, but I haven't had the experience to do any of that myself, so I really don't know.
Did we lose Michael again?
I don't know.
We lost everybody.
Yeah, it just went quiet. I'm like, okay.
I'm here.
Oh,
Still listening.
okay.
Listen and learning.
Yeah, it just went quiet, so I'm like, okay, did we lose everyone, or what happened? But, I understand what, I understand what Angel was saying.
All right, sorry about that. I think this is, well, I don't know. I may be completely interrupting a conversation you were having before, which I sincerely apologize for. But,
No, you're not interrupting our conversation.
Okay. Well, I think this is about time we stop the broadcast, which only means that we're not going to be broadcasting over the internet anymore. But we will be we can still hang out. Again, just because we stop the broadcast doesn't mean the hangout needs to end. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you all next time.